ain't TNT, this ain't TMZ, this is TNC. Put your phones on D&D, be at where you need to be. This some shit you need to hear, this some shit you need to see, but gotta come and see it here.
It's the TNC show, it's me. I'm Twig, I'm here.
It's Mani G, one half of the dynamic tandem. If you think I'm handsome, pay my ransom.
We tryna get our people there, level 4 severity, cause they don't think our people care. Boy, this shit like TNT, I'm tryna get like TNT, so I got every phone but the money phones on D&D.
Welcome back to the TNC show.
Oh, to me, hey, you know what it is. Listen, it's Mani G, one half of the dynamic tandem. If you think I'm handsome, pay my ransom. You feel me, baby? Hey, and today we have such a special guest. We have such a wonderful leader, somebody who is prevalent in a community that is showing y'all what it means to be a boss. If you didn't know, if you don't catch the interview, which you should, we have the beautiful Miss Alysha Price in the building joining us on the podcast today.
Thank you.
What's happening?
Hey, clap it up, man.
Yeah.
Clap it up, man. First and foremost, clap it up for my cousin, man. She is doing big things in the city, man.
And
Yeah,
speaking of your cousin, you don't even know your cousin because
It don't seem like it.
before
We're learning.
we started this podcast, when we locked in and we talked to Nikki, I was like, I'm like, oh, that's gonna be good. He was like, hey G, but we gotta slow it. We can't really be talking. You know, she got product and stuff. She gotta, she has an image to protect,
She has an
man.
image to protect.
We can't just be saying anything. I said, do you know your cousin? Because she's like a Northsider, and like I grew up with her, and she talked like we talk. If you didn't know, nigga, she's not no square from Delaware. If that's what you thought she was, like she is a person who moves how you're supposed to move.
Yeah.
She knows when to be professional. She knows who to be. That's herself. She's a professional person, but she can talk to anybody in any situation, just like me and you.
Yes.
Yeah. So what you don't understand, like that.
And I love you for thinking about my brand and my persona and all
Absolutely.
of that.
We're definitely gonna.
But
put you-
Imani knows
if I was
the
there. Yeah. My sister, I get calls from real family members. My sisters, my grandma, my dad. I'm like, hey man, come on. I get calls from her dad.
Like, what you doing?
Hey, Tone, you got my daughter out there looking crazy now. Type of shit. Her uncle, like I'm gonna get called from. Shouts out to Uncle Cousin Shane, man, and Cousin Floyd, man.
We're not gonna. First of all, we're not gonna have her looking crazy because we know how to move.
Yes.
That's what's so similar about us, being that we're true Northsiders. I know you're not a true Northsider. You're like a St. Louis Park slash. You're a St. Pauler now. You're not really like me and her. Like we did we from the soil. Like we did this. Like everything. Willard, Franklin, North.
I don't really want to hear the disrespect.
That's cool.
I know Tony personally. The Arab nigga Tony. I know Tony personally.
You do.
Rest in peace. I saw we at the gas station on the hill on Broadway and Morgan. I'm not.
That makes you a Northsider.
I'm a real Northsider.
Okay.
I'm just saying you like a hybrid.
I know no more. I knew Newmarket. I used to be at Newmarket.
What high school you went to?
I did. That's not.
Yeah. See, that's where it gets shaky.
I went to
there, right?
That's where it gets shaky.
I went to alternative school.
That's where it gets shaky.
I moved to the suburbs, and the white folks was not with my program, and they said we got a plan for you, buddy. And it was a down. Anyway. Yeah. So
any Polars in the house?
Polar.
Shout out to the Polars, man. My niece is a Polar.
Best high school.
My sister's a Polar.
Like I said, being at North was like an HBCU. Anyways, back in the '90s, like it was different than it is now. I don't know how it is now. I think everything's a lot different. But when we was young, like it was no other high school I was gonna go to. My mama went to North. Yeah. My uncles went to North. My aunties went to North. My cousins went to North. Like North was like a badge of honor. We wasn't going nowhere else.
Man, I want to go to North. Bad as hell.
Absolutely.
I want to go to North so bad.
It was a time. It was really a time.
It was, bro. It was beautiful. It was really like if I never went to HBCU. I never went to college. But if I can imagine what a HBCU was like, it looked like North.
I would have had 2 baby mamas by the time I was in 11th grade if I went to North.
No, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have.
That's probably true.
That Munyon. No, you wouldn't have. That Munyon come into play. That Munyon come into play. When you think about what you that no, you wouldn't have.
My back would have been crazy out of state. But anyway.
Anyways, man, what we got going on? How you feeling today, man? Valentine's Day just passed.
Yes.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's
this is going to come
Day.
out a little bit later, but happy belated Valentine's Day for all you lovers. Twig.
I got a quick question.
Yeah.
Last week, now this is not going to come out for a while, but last week, I seen a lot of y'all making videos and pictures. Y'all was looking good, and your whole squad was looking good. Beautiful women, celebrating women. I love it. I'm with it. But why y'all didn't post? I've been watching y'all social media. Why y'all didn't post yesterday as many pictures as you posted last weekend with the Valentine's Day shit. I didn't see a lot of. I've been on the mobile all day today. I ain't seen a lot of pictures of everybody kicking it. I ain't seen no snaps from last night, no reels or none of that.
So they wasn't showing who they was with.
That's what I'm saying. So why wasn't it the outpour of love and shit like it was last weekend with your homegirls? Was it? Was you by yourself? I doubt that.
Absolutely not.
Or was you with somebody you shouldn't have been with?
More than likely. More than likely, somebody shouldn't have been with.
I just
or
had to put that
somebody,
disclaimer out there.
as Nick just said, somebody that they might not be proud of.
There you
That was
go.
a bar.
There you go.
This is how it happened.
That's it.
We was talking about Valentine's Day, posted things like that. The question came up. Somebody asked Miss Price a question. Why you don't post nobody on your social media? Because she is very famous. Why you don't post nobody on social media? And your response was,
I wouldn't post anybody I'm not proud of.
that's a fucking bar.
Not gonna post or promote anything that I am not proud of.
Amen. Amen.
I got told that before. I tried to throw that out there one time. Like, why you posting? Like, proud of you.
Yeah, you try to beg
Out
for
here.
a post game?
Huh?
You begging for post?
No, I was
It's
just
kinda
wondering.
like,
It was
well,
a
what's
question.
going on? Like, why you
hey,
ain't-
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why could you know?
That's not what the man's supposed to not do that. I ain't no man do that. You do that? When you do that?
I wasn't begging for a post, G. I was just
I've been
curious.
asked that.
Like, hey, you know, you
I
post
because
How long did
anything
it last
else?
after you asked that? How long after the man asked you? How long did it last after that?
We still kicked it for a minute.
Did you kind of look down at him a little bit like, nigga?
No, but I think it was more or less like you share a lot. And so it was, I think he was trying to determine how I felt about him based on that. It was clear like, oh, she shares things and she's not sharing that. We go out to dinner and it's a picture of her plate. It's a picture of her drink. You
Big
know,
trips out of town, big vacations.
Don't
and
be trying to
beaches
sneak
and-
in that picture. Don't stop sneaking in that
big
picture.
5-star hotels, and I ain't nowhere to be found. You know, not even
so
the
like,
elbow.
what's up with that? Why you don't post that you be with me?
That's a real bar, though. I got hit with that bar. It was humbling.
Yeah.
But then you look at
was humbling.
it's humbling because you got to think about
You
your
gotta step your game
you got
up.
to think about your behavior. No, it's
Yeah.
your behavior. I'm not proud.
She might have been right with you though. I'm not, no disrespect.
No, she
This is my
absolutely
man.
was right.
She might have been like, I can't post this nigga because I don't want the backlash. I don't want.
She
I
absolutely
don't want
was right.
Ghost followers and shit.
Not at
20
the
different
time.
motherfuckers
She
I don't
might not
even
have been
know
right. No, she
watching
wasn't
my
right at the
stories.
time, but she had been right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and that's what gave her that
Right.
thought process. Like, oh yeah,
I don't even ask no shit like that. I don't even care. I like to sit there and lay in the bed next to you while you post snaps and had not even make a noise. But I'm toxic though, so I digress. Speaking of dating and things, this is, I had posed a topic. You didn't even know what was going on, and you really don't know what was going on. And I was like, yo, is GOP ones killing like dinner day, like lunch day, is like food dates, right? Because I personally am a single black man who dates and loves women, most colors. And I have been going on dates and I've been noticing that there's been women that like, they don't eat. They're on GLP-1s.
Crazy.
So like, what's going on? Like we are having, it's gonna be an epidemic.
So it's
I'm not
kind
go
of
for it.
it's kind of safe to say we know the size of the women that you're dating.
Hey man,
If
anybody who know me, they ain't gotta even
Wait.
ask, gang. That is a question people that know me don't gotta ask. Everybody know me, man.
Okay, all right.
If you under 175, man, you got it. We gonna keep this.
Yeah.
We ain't-
But wouldn't it? Okay, so like, isn't that cost effective though?
Yes.
Because
Because you're not spending a
they
whole
not
lot of
eating
money
a
if
lot.
they're not eating a lot.
Well, first of all, I'm not going nowhere too fucking crazy anyway on first, second date. We not even, I got a budget.
Oh, so they ain't
on the
getting
first
double chicken on that Chipotle.
date. No, you can get you double, yeah, for sure. You can get double.
But I'm saying that they not because they not.
Right, because
They
they're
ain't
not.
even, no, we ain't, man, I went to get pho. The bro took 2 bites of the pho and was like, yeah, I'm going to
The
take this for
soup.
later.
She can't even eat the soup.
That's what I'm saying. This where is a problem. Because you can't eat
wow.
pho. That's
Yeah.
I love a pho date. That's one of the best days you can
Yeah.
go on. It's cheap because you're never going to spend, you're never spending over $40 on pho.
He's crazy.
You know he is. No, he
I'm
is.
saying you're never
Women,
gonna do it.
let me
and
tell
it's
you,
good, like really good.
Nick,
That's how
women
I
hit
Pho
me
is
Vietnam
good.
house.
all the time. Women call me all the time and be like, I can't stand your boy. He be dead. He like, I
love
can't
y'all, though.
stand him.
Please be
What he
about
be
y'all.
saying and stuff. Who does he think he is? And I think it is the funniest thing because he's really him. This is really who he is. Like, this is really how he feels. This is not a joke. This is really, and that's why I think like he just needs to be in front of a camera because the man is so entertaining. The way that he thinks, his thought process, to me, is just hilarious. So she can't eat the pho.
She can't eat the pho. We went to, where did we go, man? We went to Chi-Chi's. You know they got the Chi-Chi's.
The
man,
one out there,
Park.
West End.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that bullshit.
We go to Chi-Chi's.
Yeah, it's not even good.
Bullshit. It's super bullshit.
Oh, it's not good.
It's not even like the one
Listen.
out.
It's
not
not
like the old Chi-Chi's.
No.
Listen, my
But
palate
anyway, I
is
wonder,
too.
you know, I'm nostalgic. I want to go see what's going on.
Yep.
So we go out there, and she like, the chips has got her on full. I said, what the fuck? Usually, I'll go on a date. We're gonna run through the first thing of chips and the salsa. We're gonna need another one of them. I said, you don't eat? She like, nah, I'm on the.
Wow.
Then it's gonna be a bunch of big head, little body bitches. I ain't really, that ain't my thing, man. But whatever. No. Anyway, man, yeah. I just think that we need. It's something
love
going on. We need
chips
to
and
do some
salsa.
investigation.
I love
We need
chips
to
and
investigate.
salsa.
I love chips and salsa too. I ain't gonna
It's
lie.
one of my favorite snacks.
And everybody, I heard it was
Literally.
like a line to getting that Chi-Chi's.
It is so whack.
Yeah,
It's
like
so whack.
I can't even. My palate is too. I'm sorry, it's too refined. I can't fuck with Applebee's no more. Fridays, Chi-Chi, anything. Most chain restaurants I will not eat.
Nah.
It's just I just have a different level of dining at this point in my
I've been
life.
going Sambusa
I'd rather
crazy
go
lately,
home,
though.
man.
I've been like, I don't know why. I just been addicted to Sambusa. Like I ate Sambusa 3-4 times. I just be going through my thing.
From
man.
where? You ever had the sambusa from African Deli?
No. Which one? Which one though?
I don't know.
Which African deli you talking about?
I don't know because when I go to, I do be ordering
Shouts
on
out to African
DoorDash.
Deli.
So
The one
shout
in-
out
the
to
one in
African
St.
Deli.
Paul, though, that shit
But
was trash. The
even
one
if you
downtown
go to
St. Paul
African
was
Deli, the one that be at State Fair. They have
yeah.
I didn't even know
They
it
said,
was-
man, they got their chicken sambusa. They be in the building. They're in the food building.
Yeah.
The African Deli. Their chicken sambusa is amazing.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing.
Chicken Sambusa.
If you haven't tried it,
It's mini packet on the east side of St. Paul. They got some fire Sambusa. Yeah.
So would
One that's
you-
like over north on Broadway?
would you let a
Yeah.
man take you to a first date? Would it be pho? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
What about
picky.
Chipotle?
We could go to Chipotle.
I don't know. You ain't really.
a
You
boss.
look like you.
She's such a boss.
You got through like Chipotle, like.
No, I mean, I actually would go. I would go. I eat Chipotle. I'm not gonna act like I don't eat it,
Right.
right? So
I love Chipotle.
mean, I would not
Me too.
call it an official date. We can go there.
It's like a little meet and greet.
We're
Right.
just gonna get some meat real quick.
This is not an official date, but I'm not, like above going to Chipotle.
Does an official date include somebody have to serve you?
I think it should. Actually, I'm gonna say this. I'm at a space in my life right now where I feel like I should be courted rather than it be a date. So if you don't have what it takes to court me, then just
Like already had a plan together. Already have it together. Like, hey,
have it together.
I'll just be ready at 7.
Be intentional about why you are communicating with me. What is the end result? You have to already know what you hope to have happen from this.
Okay.
Don't be on some like, I'm just trying to, figure shit out step by step. No, have a plan. Because I have a plan. If I said yes, I have a plan for you.
Yeah.
So you should have a plan for me. So that means you should be courting, not on some
See?
just little bullshit date
See?
type
And,
shit.
and some niggas would be like, man, I ain't doing all that. That's why you niggas.
And that's why you should just
That's
stay
why you
away.
should.
And
That's
it's
why
like,
you
it's
should.
fine. That's okay. You don't got to do all that.
That's real.
But you should though. But as a man, you should though.
But do you do all that?
Yeah. For the ones that
That you feel like
okay.
you-
So here's the thing.
You
There's
said-
levels to
hold
women.
on,
No.
hold on.
There's levels to women, right? There are women who are just like Nikki, and they demand but you know that through conversation. You know that through getting to know them. You know that through like, okay, yeah, this is not that. I'm But I'm good at making up dates. I will make up a date.
But you said after 2 dates, if you don't smash, it's over. You said you're not even making it a date
Well, no,
3.
okay,
So if you dating a woman like Nikki and you take her on 2 dates, you're not even gonna make it to the 3rd date because you say you already.
That sounds crazy, but we gonna hypothetically.
No, I said a woman like.
No, I got you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, so what? So how are you even gonna get there? Because most women of value aren't just smashing just because you want to smash on the 2nd date.
First of all, I'm cold. Right? Second of all, we're gonna have like conversations. We're gonna get to know each other before the date. That's why I'm a big talking on the phone nigga. We could text, but eventually I'm gonna call you.
Right.
Because we need to figure each other out, right? So yeah, I'm gonna figure out what you like, figure out how you coming, what you into, and then I'm gonna plan something. Hey, today Wednesday? What time you get off work? Oh, can you be ready by 7:30? Do you want to? And now the question I'm gonna ask is, especially if it's a first date, like we're just first getting up. Do you want to meet or do you want me to come get you? Because I'm a gentleman, I'll come get you. That's my thing. I'll come get you. But I understand it's 2026. Women ain't like niggas just ain't.
Yeah.
I know we've been on the phone.
Because some women don't want a man to know where they live on the first date.
Right.
So a lot of times I usually say, do you want to meet somewhere? Because it's like, I know. I don't want a motherfucker to know where I live. You might be crazy. I don't really know you live. Yeah,
but I always leave it. I always put the offer out there. I tell them, no, I'm a gentleman. I will come. But the other thing is, but some bitches, I'm not tripping off the one. I'm gonna know through a conversation whether
you will.
I'm gonna really actively court you or I'm trying to knock you down.
Okay.
You could, I'm a nigga who could tell that pretty quick. I'm gonna figure that out pretty quick.
So speaking of that, at our age that we're at right now, is marriage still the goal for you guys? Do you still want to be married? Are you okay with just being partners? And do you treat your relationship as if you're married, or how does that work, or do you need it on paper? Most women, I know a lot of women be like, that's cool, all that talk, but I need it on paper. I want to be married. Most women do. Some women don't. But me personally, I could go either way. If I was in a relationship and I was happy and she was happy with just being happy and she was like, I don't need to be married, I could ride that out to the end. But if I was with a woman and she was like, oh no, I need to be married, I could understand it. And
Let's ask the woman in the room.
Okay.
I want to be a wife.
Price women usually want to be.
It is the goal for me. I want to be a wife, and I say it that way because I think a lot of women are more interested in a wedding and more interested in having a husband, rather than saying they want to be a wife. I feel like I was bred to be a wife. I know that my husband is going to be very happy. So there is that part of me that I feel like I haven't actualized yet. I've accomplished a lot of things on my own, but I know that there is so much more when I have my partner. Like, I long for that day. I long for the day that it's like we're straight up like the power couple, the team, like I got you, you got me. It's like to the moon for me.
And that's dope
I want
that you said that. That's dope because I was listening when you said you want to be a wife, because a lot of people want to be married. It's a big difference between want to be married and want to say you have a husband and want to be a wife, because being a wife comes with responsibility. Being married is like a title. You know, one comes with a title, one comes with responsibility. Getting married is just a title. Being a wife and being a husband is responsibilities.
100%.
It's like being a father or being a mother. That's a responsibility title. That's just not something you do. Getting married is just an act. It's just something that you do. It's not something that you live and breathe. Being a wife, you live and breathe that. Just like you have to live and breathe being a husband and a father or a sibling or, whatever it is you have. That is something that it's not just an act, it's something that you do. A lot of people don't, I think, put a lot of stock in what it means to be a wife or a husband, because like that, are you willing to put somebody's needs before you?
Yeah.
Because that's what it means, right?
It is, yeah.
It's like being a parent. We put our child's needs before ourselves. A lot of people want to be married, but they don't want to put their partner's needs before theirs. They're like, what part of the game is that? I got married to be first. And when you get married, I've never been married, but I feel like you get married to be last.
Yeah.
You get married to say, I want to put you first. I want to make
I
sure
don't know
that
about that. I don't know about that.
I think it is in a lot of ways too,
Absolutely.
though. Like it is, you have to be willing to not be thinking about self.
Absolutely.
Is what it is. It's really about the covenant, about the union. And to me, I feel like in my thinking about being a wife, in my mind, I know that there is something that I'm going to be able to do for him that makes us greater. Like I'm invested in that. Knowing that I can pour into a person and everything we have is going to be multiplied because I know what to do to empower him.
Right.
That's powerful. Like, so I want that. But I think there's a lot of people who are just thinking about being served rather than serving.
That's it.
And I see myself as like, I know that I will know this person well enough to get the very best out of him. Therefore, we're greater because of it.
Right.
I can't wait.
Wow.
I
I'm
can't
like
wait
that
for
too.
that.
I feel like for as much shit as I talk, and I really do be on bullshit. But at the same time, I'm getting to the point. I'm 45 years old. Like I'm getting to the
Yes.
point where like, yo, I want to be 50 and married. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be somebody's husband.
Yeah.
I don't want to just be. You know, I also get to see this shit like up close and personal. Like a married couple. Like I'm several married couples. You know what I'm saying? So I have like inspiration to draw from.
Yeah.
Like, of course, it's not going to be the similar situation. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Because that situation's been going for damn near 40 years.
Yep.
Right? But like, I can see what a functioning marriage is like.
Yep.
And I know that it's
Have a
like
good
you have to
example
be
of
a
that.
gardener. You can't. It ain't me. It ain't you. It's us. So everything I want some. This is what it is. I want to be with somebody that is us. So every decision that I make on a daily, every decision you make on a daily is
It's
about,
about
us.
us. Yep.
I can't even because right now I can just do whatever I want.
Right.
I don't have no. However I want to get down.
Yep.
As long as I'm responsible for my kids and I could just get out here and do whatever. But that's not. I want to be responsible for somebody. I want somebody to be responsible for me. I want that connection that we are building this together.
I love that. I'm also grateful that nobody has asked me to marry them to date.
Really.
I'm so glad.
Because you don't think it would have
I'm
been.
so glad.
You wouldn't have been.
I would have
you
been
go
fucking
out now.
married and divorced by now. So I'm so glad. Because I know so many people are divorced and it
So
didn't
many.
work.
So many.
And so,
But that's cool too because
yeah, I'm like,
you
thank
learned,
you.
though.
Thank you for knowing better.
I ain't trying to get married to get divorced. I mean, I understand it
right.
happens, but I really, if waiting this long, I hope I get it right.
Right.
Because I've gotten to see a lot of things come and go. I've got to talk to a lot of people and have understanding about what it really means to be married. I would just hate for it to end. But sometimes it has to happen that way, and that's okay because whatever you need for your mental is what you need. If it's not working no more,
100%.
it's not working.
Don't stay in nothing that's not good for you.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But marriage is definitely the goal. I just know that it's not gonna be sweet. It's not like people think you get married, it's gonna be sweet. No, that shit's hard,
No.
bro. It's easy to be single. I'll tell you what's easy, being single.
Yep.
What's easy is just dating whoever you want to date whenever you want to date them. What's easy is not having to be responsible for a person and
shit is
see them
easy.
whenever you want to see them.
Super
That shit is easy. What's hard is connecting with a motherfucker when y'all shit ain't working right
Yeah.
now. And you still stay there,
Yep.
and you still work through it, and you still show up for that person. What's hard is being mad at somebody and still fixing them dinner, or still
Right.
bringing them what they need,
Yeah.
or still making sure they have what they need every day. That shit is hard. Communicating and talking about shit you don't want to talk about.
Nah,
It's
that
a
shit
day.
is
It's a
hard.
daily decision.
Yeah.
You get up every day and choose to be married. I think you have to.
You have to.
I agree. And I waited this long because I think that marriage is super serious. You know, like you
is.
marry somebody, then you better be about what you're talking about.
Yep.
You better be ready to stay on that, whatever it is, whatever. And marriages are different for different people. Whatever you guys come to agreement on, because I think that what a lot of people don't do that I know that get married, I say, have you ever asked your wife what her expectations of you are as a husband?
You should be doing that before. Like,
Right.
What's your
way before y'all
expectation?
Went to that point of getting the justice of the peace.
Listen.
paper.
Twig, you'd be surprised.
Come on, you didn't
Justice
ask
of the
that.
peace.
You'd be
paper.
surprised how many people get married and never ask that person what their
Never.
expectations of them
They
are.
don't
They just
know.
expect it.
Yep.
And then they get married, and when their expectations aren't met, now it's a problem. But you never ask that person. Like some men expect their wife to cook every night.
Yeah.
That woman don't know that that's what you expect. You think that she's supposed to cook every
That's
night.
real.
She would have
That
told you from
sounds
the gate,
fucking
that
crazy.
ain't gonna
Real
happen.
life
You don't
unspoken
know that.
expectations.
Exactly, unspoken on both
But
sides.
the other thing that's crazy is like at my age, most men have been divorced, or most men are divorced,
Absolutely, yeah.
and now are dating, which is really crazy because
Why?
I mean because I don't know when everybody got married, honestly. Because I'm like, when the fuck did all these people get married? Like, when did that happen?
I know some niggas that can't function without a wife.
Yeah, I know that too.
Like I know some niggas that they can't function their life right without a
Yeah.
wife.
For sure. Like I told you, 2026, we're going to keep it. We're going to do things differently. We weren't going to do the same thing we've been doing. We're going to bring to you people and things that you need to see and you need to hear. You know, we joke a lot and we crack jokes and we have fun on the podcast, but we also want to be able to help you, entertain you, and also bring you knowledge and things that you need to know and see and people that need to be highlighted. So today is no different. Okay, so today's guest is an entrepreneur, an author, a TV personality, an emerging Black leader, an influencer, the host of Co-Parenting Confessions podcast, a family mediator, and a dynamic woman who just happens to be the CEO and the head of the Price Dynamic. With no further ado, I'm gonna bring to you Alysha Price.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank
You're welcome.
you.
You're welcome.
I love it.
Clap it up. So, well, you know, I call you Nikki.
Right.
You know, a lot of
That's
people,
cool.
you know, I call you Nick, but we got a little history. So, but for people that don't know you, what would you say about yourself? How do you describe the Price Dynamic, what you do, and what it is that you bring?
Yeah. So I'm a social entrepreneur. And I think a lot of people don't really know what it means to be a social entrepreneur. So I don't mind jumping in there. It's actually running a business, starting your business to do social good, to make an impact in your community. And I have an organization called the Price Dynamic, and it is a co-parenting, coaching, and consulting firm that has now grown to provide more services to single parents, never married parents, divorced parents, and we've just recently expanded to serving youth ages 10 to 17. So in any area where you think that a family dynamic could potentially be exposed, threatened, we're here to support, to help people bridge the gap in what high conflict might look like in a family dynamic and any ways that stability might be threatened.
And that's amazing that you do that, because one thing that I think that is very normal, and it's probably more normal than it is people being married, is co-parenting. I feel like that's the new norm. In 2026, most people are co-parenting, but even as you say in your book, if you're married, you're still co-parenting.
Absolutely.
So co-parenting doesn't stop because you're married or not. You still have to be on one accord and do what's best for your child. So one thing I want to ask you is, growing up, because we grew up in the same neighborhood. We're from North Minneapolis. We grew up kind of seeing the same things. And the dynamics that we were seeing kind of from co-parenting were more unsuccessful. A lot of people having animosity towards one or the other parent, people not being able to be on the same level. Maybe one person is trying to suck up to the kid while the other person's trying to be the disciplinary. You know, you have so many different dynamics that we've seen that were failing.
Yep.
So is that what made you say, looking at all these failed co-parenting relationships, is that something that made you say, you know what, there's a lane for people trying to do this the right way?
Very good question. So actually, no. It wasn't my own upbringing. It was my own failed relationship. So I am a co-parent, which is why I intimately understand what co-parenting is and why it's important. I didn't set out to be a co-parent. I had every intention of my relationship with my son's father being as successful as I could dream that it would be. And in my mind, that would have eventually meant marriage, or, that we would continue to be together, right? But it didn't happen that way. And what made me lean on the understanding of co-parenting, though, and knowing how to do it was my own upbringing. So my parents were never married. And I think if they did anything well, it was partnering to raise me. Everything outside of that is questionable.
Right.
But they showed up well for me. Yeah. And so when my relationship did not work in the way that I thought it would, I had that experience. I had that image of what it looked like for them to partner for me. So I held the belief. And in the midst of me doing that, friends and family and onlookers will say things like, dang, how are you doing it? Like, I know what you went through. If that happened to me, girl, I couldn't even be friends with them,
Right.
And to me, I just understood how important it was that my son had the support. And so it wasn't as much about our personal relationship or the intimate relationship with us as it was making sure that there was space for him to actually show up as a father.
Absolutely.
And when that started happening and people were seeing me work through that, they would just organically come and be like, okay, what should I say? What should I do? How did you work through this? And that's what helped me to understand that there was a lane.
Okay, so now for me, I feel like it takes a maturity level, right? Because what people aren't willing to, from my point of view, my perspective, is what people aren't willing to give up on is what that other person is doing and who they're doing it with. So it's like it's hard for you to let that person parent because either the mother or the father or maybe both are so worried about what's happening in their bedroom because they're not together anymore or whatever's going on, that it starts clouding the ability to be a parent. So one thing that I seen that I was hoping and praying I didn't get, because I didn't, and I was lucky enough to be able to co-parent with a woman who is very understanding and allowed me to be a parent and really honestly show me what it was to be a man, to take care of your responsibilities from day one. And she never was worried about what I was doing outside of taking care of my daughter. And I never worried about what she was doing outside of taking care of our daughter. But I think we were at a space when we parted ways to where we were ready to be in that space. And we were happy, but we knew what was most important was our daughter. But we still have love for each other, of course, but it's not that same kind of love. And we were able to say, I'm not worried. She tells me all the time, I'm not worried. That's your business.
Yep.
I just need you to take care of your child. And
100%.
vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So I was blessed to have that. A lot of people don't have that either on the man side or the female side. So it takes a level of maturity. I think the first thing you have to do is get the romantic feelings out the way.
That's real.
Get past that part. Because if you can get past that, not worry about what they're doing in their bedroom at night, then now we can actually start working on being parents.
Yes.
And that's usually the hard part, would you say?
I think, yes, you're right. When you are too worried about what the other person is doing in their life, but I think foundationally, the biggest piece about what makes co-parenting possible is when you legitimately know the person who you have a child with. If you took time to know that person, you have a friendship, you know them beyond what it meant to be intimate with them. Or I guess I would even say you know them intimately. Some people, it's just sex. And so then that is what you're focused on because you know how that person performs and you don't really want them doing that thing with somebody else.
No doubt.
That's what you're focused on. But if you actually intimately know the person you have a child with, you know deeper things about them and their ability to parent. So it's easier to focus then on, I know my child is safe. I know they're caring for my child. My child will be protected, and you can shift your thinking.
And that, I think, is where people have the hardest time.
They do.
So when you come in with couples, when couples come in and they're looking to you for guidance, is that usually the thing that's in the way a lot of time? Is they're worried, he had my daughter over at some big house, or you know what I'm saying,
Yep.
or he, or vice versa, or she got some nigga around my,
Yep.
it seems like we have to understand that. I feel like me personally, like if, like you said, if you know someone intimately, if you know that person, the last thing they're going to do is have your child in a situation where they're going to be harmed or around people that are going to harm them. If you pick the right person. Now, if you pick the wrong person, that might be something you have to worry about, But if you picked a person that for the right reason, this is why y'all had a child, you should kind of understand that they're not going to ever have your child in a bad position. And I think men and women use that as an excuse. I don't know where you, but I want my baby over there and all that. And that's just getting in the way of helping the child.
Some of the big things that I see around why people are unable to co-parent is, of course, worrying about the new relationship. And I would almost say before that is finance. A lot of people think co-parenting means it's like a pay-to-play type of a situation. You have to be paying child support, you have to be caring for the child, you have to be doing something financially to the degree that I want you to in order for me to then think that you're co-parenting. And it's all subjective. Each person thinks it's different. But I see the goalposts continuing to move based on money.
So at what point, how old would you say your wonderful son was that he just graduated college, was it?
No, he didn't graduate college yet. I wish he would.
Okay. It's coming up soon,
he's got 2 years of college under his belt.
Okay.
But he decided he didn't want to continue with college. So, but he's 23.
Oh, okay. All right. So at what age would you say that it kind of clicked for you and you and his dad were, the co-parenting. You guys were kind of in cruise control. Like, okay, we got it now. We got the kinks out. We worked the bugs out, and here we are. We're kind of cruising.
Oh, I love that. That's like a really, really good question.
Thank you.
Because it's happened incrementally.
Okay.
At different stages of his life, we were cruise control. Then you hit a bump.
Yeah.
Then so. I remember 5th grade for him was when it clicked for us that we were co-parenting effectively. We went to parent-teacher conferences and the teacher made a comment and said, until our son stood up and read this essay in class, he didn't know that he didn't live at home with both of us. So the essay, he was just talking about how cool his weekend was with his dad. And the teacher was like, whoa, like, you live with your dad on the weekends and your mom during the week? So we showed up at parent-teacher conferences and he was like, I just wanted to acknowledge that I had no clue, because when I tell you something, he knows. You guys are always here together. And I remember literally walking to the parking lot and we're getting ready to, go in our separate cars. And I stopped him and I was like, nigga, we made it. And he was like, wait, what? And I'm like, no, we made it.
Yeah.
Like, do you realize the teacher just told us that he didn't know we weren't together?
Yeah.
And then he kind of looked like, oh, like, fuck it. I guess we did make it, And I think that was the moment where we realized that it was seamless between us. But as our son started to grow and different things were happening in his life, we had to keep being willing to evolve. And I think that's another thing people forget.
Yeah.
It's never a cruise control.
Yeah.
You have to change your parenting style as your child gets older and as your child, develops and learns. And if you stay stuck, co-parenting is down the drain.
Absolutely.
So you got to keep growing with each other.
That is true, and that resonated with me when I first heard you say that. It really resonated with me because that exact same thing happened to me with my daughter. Was at a parent-teacher conference, and they told me that they didn't realize that she didn't live in a house with both of us because we're always in sync. We always know what's going on with her. She comes to school every day. She's not, like everything's just like, it seemed like it just came together, and the teacher commended us on that.
Yeah.
Like, like I really didn't know, and you guys are doing a great job because she doesn't, show any signs of like, oh, I live in 2 separate houses, but she does, and that is something that I think that a lot of people don't get to experience, and I want to commend you on helping people in this lane, because I think especially in our community, the Black community is a community where we really need to get this co-parenting thing together.
We do.
For our children, because it's a lot of it in our community, and all communities.
Yep.
I don't want to.
Yep.
I don't want to just put it on us, but
Yep.
that's the community I'm around most of the time, and I see the effects of it.
Yeah.
And I see the effect of, you know, sometimey dads, and I see the effect of people not doing, you know, what they're supposed to do, because children are affected.
Yeah.
Children need both their parents. I know a lot of people think they can do it with just a strong mom or just a strong dad. You really need both your parents.
You do.
You need their input. You need their love. You need everything that a child needs to grow comes from a man and a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, to just for one person to have to bear that, I think is not good. And it's terrible that a lot of people use children as, you know, power plays
Yep.
towards parents. And how do you help people with that? Like, I know you probably deal with men that say, hey, she be using my child as a power play. If I don't do a certain thing, then all of a sudden I come to the house and nobody's there, I can't pick my child up or whatever, you know, like how do you handle that?
It's so a lot of the times I see that the child is being used as a pawn. Primarily, we see it happening against fathers, right? Like fathers are not being able to have access. And one of the things I want to point out is when you said that your daughter's mother allowed you to be a father. I think even that, so many men think that they have to be allowed.
That's true.
Right? And that's the way our world has conditioned us to believe that mothers are the primary care provider, and that dads, you know, just kind of get in where they fit in, or somebody has to welcome them in. And one of the things that we express at the Price Dynamic with fathers is that we believe in their inherent dignity to be a parent, you know. And so empowering them to have a voice, empowering them to know how to communicate is huge. A lot of men are not comfortable sharing how they feel. And so in order to keep the peace, quote unquote, they don't express the things that they're concerned about. And when they bottle all of that up for so long and they kind of defer decision making and the power to the mother, and then later they come back and wonder why they have none.
Right.
Because they defer it all the time. It's her way or the highway, you know, happy wife, happy life, even though she's not the wife. But we're conditioned to believe that we have to kind of bow down to what the mom says or is doing. So I've been called several times a pick-me because people think that I side with fathers.
I think that what I love about what you do, and I think that what it is women use that term wrong, is because you hold women accountable. And a lot of women don't hold women accountable. They just defend what they do instead of making them accountable the same way they make men accountable. I'm with you. I believe in men need to be accountable too. I talk about deadbeat dads all the time. That shit is terrible. I can't stand y'all. You know, like, we got to hold people accountable no matter the gender. It's not a gender thing. It's a person thing. It's your personality and your character traits. A lot of people are flawed, and it has nothing to do with your gender. It has to do with who you are.
That's real.
And a lot of people don't hold women accountable. And I think that when women hold women accountable, you're a pig.
Oh, yeah. I get it all the time.
You know what I mean? But it's just the truth. And it's not. You're just holding people accountable, which is something that needs to be done on every gender side.
Truthfully. But the other part is, like you were saying, you know, the benefit of having both parents. I think a well-rounded child needs a perspective of both of their parents, or to even understand the differences between men and women, right? Like, there's ways that your mom is going to deal with one situation versus how your dad will, and both are equally important and help to shape who you are and how you make decisions as you grow up. And to be absent of one of those perspectives is to rob the child. And so I am very much so helping women be accountable to behavior that's irrational. Like, everything is not about how you feel. How you feel is on you. Right? It's not factual. So we talk about the difference in facts and feelings a lot in the coaching aspect of things in the price dynamic. But the biggest thing I see in the co-parenting dynamic would be the money and the new person. Money and the new person is almost always the issues.
That money.
Literally.
And that's why I don't understand. I got one kid. I don't understand how a lot of you brothers is running around here having
Literally.
6 and 7, and I don't know how y'all afford that.
I got
one. 3 jobs. I don't got one. So what y'all doing with 6 and 7? I have no idea. I don't know how y'all affording that. I don't know how you got time for them kids. I don't know what you brothers.
They
is
don't,
doing.
but that's the thing. They're not affording it, and they don't have time. And already, so you're coming in at a deficit. And a person who is feeling guilty or feeling ashamed will have more of a tendency to comply.
Right.
They're in compliance rather than feeling like they're moving from a space of power.
Right.
So you got a man who has multiple children and multiple baby moms, then he's constantly acquiescing to which one said this, and it's like a puppet kind of play. So to pretend that you're in control in that dynamic is just absolutely ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, but
It's
y'all do
ridiculous.
it every day. Y'all keep doing it.
It's ridiculous.
Twig, you almost, where you at? What you got, 4, 5? Yeah, you right. We coming on right along with it. So, with that being said, I also want to all this information that we're giving y'all, all this game that we're giving y'all for free can be found in her book for a small price. Can you tell everybody where to get your
Yes, you can
co-parenting book?
purchase. It's not complicated. It's a self-help guide for mothers navigating the obstacles of co-parenting. Fathers also benefit from this book because it teaches you about the different angles that the mothers that you're dealing with are coming from.
Okay.
The book can be found on all platforms: Amazon, Books A Million, Barnes and Noble. So
Boss.
yeah, check it out.
There's a lot of boss shit going on. Yeah, so on top of that, also the price dynamic.
Yes.
People want to get a hold of you if they want to be in contact with you, if they say, hey, we need some help.
Yes.
Where do they go to get a...
So the price dynamic is www.thepricedynamic.com. Also, feel free to call, ask questions, 763-432-7277. The price dynamic provides supervised visitation, one-on-one coaching, and parent education classes, as well as support groups. And then we also have now the Youth Connection Center. So we support youth ages 10 to 17 who are in need of support in terms of just day-to-day structure, stability. They find themselves getting into some things that they're not proud of, we're here to support.
Boss, just boss talk. I'm sorry if y'all are a little offended by this boss talk going on, but it's a lot of boss talk going on, and it's not just beauty, it's brains. And she is coming with an exclusive skill set that we all need to take heed to, and don't be afraid to ask for help. A lot of us, we're not doing it right. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I just want the best for my daughter, So if you are 2 parents that just want the best for your child, you might need a little help. So you might want to pick up that book. You might want to open it and check it out, or you might want to hit her up and maybe come in and get some mediation going on, or whatever you need. But this is real in our community. We care about this. We care about our children. And I just want to thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. One last thing I want to say, because I feel like this is a perfect platform to say this. One thing that is plaguing our community is child support. A lot of people are disgruntled about being on child support. A lot of women are using child support as a means to live, which I think is 100% whack.
Absolutely.
But what I want men to understand about child support is that you can actually put yourself on child support. You do not have to wait for somebody to put you on child support. So you can actually be proactive about what you can afford and, setting the tone for how you support your children, and instead of being reactive. And a lot of people don't know that.
Wow.
So
More free game. And so some of y'all might have to put yourselves on child support. Luckily, I don't have to deal with that. I be sitting that money. Y'all don't be sitting it. Y'all be a little late sometimes, 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month. Then she had down there talking to them white folks. So listen, it's been a beautiful interview.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You have a beautiful, beautiful place.
Thank you so much.
And it's just gonna go up here for you. I'm sure everything is just gonna get better. 2026 is gonna be even better than 2025 was for you.
I love it.
And thank you for blessing our platform.
Thank you for having me.
With your interview, no problem. Until next time, y'all. This has been the episode with Alysha Price. Check us out. You know what it is. None but the greatest interviews coming to you with the tastemakers of the city, 2026.
So they've been married. I know niggas
They've
been
been
married
for so long that's
I know
just
niggas
like,
been married
yeah.
two, 3 times.
Yeah.
Because every relationship that they get, they gonna get married. Because I need that, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah,
I do.
no, for real.
There are men like that really can't function without a wife. And if something don't work, they go right back and get married.
And get
as soon
in
as they can.
another.
Now, some of these niggas ain't shit as men. I mean, it's like a partner. Like, they ain't shit.
Right.
Shouts out to my niggas. Y'all still my dog. But what I'm saying is, like, they need a wife. They need
Yeah.
that title. They need that physical.
I wonder,
that
is this
paper.
people that have mom issues?
Well, probably 1,000%.
Okay.
I'm willing to. I don't
Okay.
know. You know what I mean? But yeah, some kind of issue. Some kind of issue. You just gotta keep hopping that broom. I ain't changing nobody's last name like that. My shit.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Nick, since I have you here. Let me ask
Yes.
you a question now. Women, I don't answer differently. Can you forgive a man for cheating?
Yes. So again, my philosophy is really different
Yeah. Okay.
because I think, so this is what I think. I think that a lot of women are willing to forgive men for cheating as long as they have not been embarrassed by it or exposed
For sure. That's
when it comes to cheating.
Yeah. That a lot of, like, if don't nobody else got it, don't nobody know, a lot of people.
Yeah, and people bluff and act like, no, yes.
And men too.
Yes.
A lot of us men, stop playing niggas. We be forgiving women. Y'all girls, y'all niggas done found out that y'all girl was getting hit. So at some point in time, you found out and you forgave her and y'all swept it under the rug and you might have told one of your homeboys or you might have told just your mama.
I think that's less likely for men, though.
Like, hey, what Fab say?
Men can't do it as easily as women.
As long
I lost my fucking mind.
Men can't do it.
I forgave one of my.
Men can't do it as easily
I
as women.
forgave. I did it for.
And that's
did
good.
Forgive. But I
But
knew. I knew
literally-
the shit happened when the shit happened. I knew the night it happened, bitch. I know.
Wow, you knew.
Bitch, I knew your
See?
phone went dead and all that. and Club Cristal, bitch. I remember. Yeah, you was at Club Cristal. And then all of a sudden, you're like, oh, I see my baby dad. Then all of a sudden, the phone died. Radio silence.
Oh, now would that be different though if it's baby dad versus it being a new dude?
Is it?
No, it's worse.
Is it different?
I'll tell you a story.
Is it
A
different?
girl I was dating,
No.
right? She literally, like, we was talking. She was like, oh yeah, she gave me some bullshit excuse. Like, yeah, I'm finna go run around and drop. She was dropping off plates, and then she was like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to my. She gave me some bullshit. I can't remember. But I was like, that shit don't sound right. And I'm not even no nigga. I'm not like, check your phone. I'm not
Yeah.
like on you. I'm not what you. Oh yeah. I'm not never been that type of dude. But something was just like, that shit was bothering me. I had to be up for work in the morning too, and I was like, man, this shit ain't right. Man, I'm smoking. I'm like, man, this is something. My mind just like, this. I said, man, fuck that. I'm going over there. I pulled up. It's like 1-something in the morning. Car gone. Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch, you playing. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wait here a couple minutes. It was like, probably, I don't even know. It must have been about 30 minutes or something. I'm like, you know what? I'm fucking tripping, man. I'm tripping. I'm way more player than this, but I'm my heart and my mind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull off. As I'm pulling off, this motherfucker pulling up.
Was she with somebody?
So she pull up, she see me, she pull up, she park, she like round window, like, look at me like, with a stuck face, like, I look up, I'm like, oh, this bitch got a nigga in the car with her.
Oh no.
You pulling up to the crib, like,
Is this the one you had told all your
Of
confessions
course,
to?
this is the same one.
No wonder why. Goofy ass. That's what you get. Goofy as hell.
This is what
That's
started
what
this
you
shit.
get.
But this is the thing,
First of all, he told this woman about every woman he ever cheated on her with.
and it was a lie. It was.
And
it
you-
was a
what
bit.
you-
And then
thought
so
was
she
going-
cheated back, basically.
I was gonna say that part. I just wanted to give you that story first.
You don't tell a woman that.
Thank you.
I don't care how
I don't know
honest
if
you
telling my
are.
story. I was gonna tell you that.
It's goofy as hell.
I forgot the reason why this happened, but I still got.
It still was
I
cheated
still
on.
now I'm just pulling up at the bitch house on random nights. Now I'm just sitting outside for an hour at 1:30 in the morning.
Because also that's what people say too is like, okay, so you think what you've been doing is not what this other person is doing.
Absolutely.
And so you probably manifested that shit.
Yeah, he thought that for some reason it was going to be a good idea. He was like, I just wanted to be honest with her for the first time in my life. I wanted to be honest with a woman. I don't give a fuck. Listen, man, you never tell a woman. Shit, I don't
with
give a
the
fuck
lie.
what she tell you. That
We're
ain't
going back
nothing
to
she
episode
want to
one.
hear.
Die with the lie,
You
man.
take that shit to the grave, boy.
Like, die with the lie, man.
They don't never want to hear that for real.
Oh, my
All they want to do
God.
is determine how bad they going to cheat back by how much information you give them.
That is
all they wanna do.
hilarious.
crazy.
But no, I think there's a difference between being faithful and being loyal. And so that's where I think that's where it lies.
That leads us
that
to
was a
Cardi
bar.
B Offset. Cardi B Stephon Diggs.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
How do you feel? How do you feel about the Cardi? I feel like this. Okay, so are we talking about the situation about him wanting his kid to be at the Super
We're
Bowl?
just talking about all of it. It's
Well, it seems
a
like-
messy bowl.
Well, it is a messy
It
bowl.
is.
Messy bowl.
But it seemed like she jumped from the frying pan into the fire.
Oh, my gosh.
With, thought from going from Offset to Stephon. But I felt like Stephon was very upfront with her at first about
let me
because she
talk-
knew
let me
about
talk
the
to the
baby
people for a
moms and the
second.
kids he had coming.
Listen, right? You can't leave a nigga for cheating on you and then go fuck with a nigga who everybody say he's
I
this
mean,
nigga
that's
just is he laying shit down.
a great point.
They did an interview with the Vikings in like a locker room interview one time. This was years ago. And they asked every player, who would you want your sister not to date? 25 of them niggas said they was like Stephon Diggs. Like immediately. They didn't even think about it. Stephon.
Yes. Everybody.
Niggas was saying
Wow.
14. Niggas
And that
saying
was
this number.
way-
This is when he played with the Vikings.
Right, yeah.
So they was letting you know then that this ain't the nigga like that. He got 3 kids right now, all the same age.
Yeah.
All 225 babies.
So is
That's
it
so
wrong?
crazy.
Okay, so let me ask you this: if I'm playing in the Super Bowl, you're my girl, Cardi B, whatever. We got a kid together. You know, I got these extra baby mamas. All that's already been outlined. But I want my child to come to the game. It's going to come with his mother. Is that like an issue? Is that an argument, or is that like understandable? Like, it's your child. You only gonna play. This might be the only Super Bowl you ever play in. So if you want that little ugly kid to come, then come on, bring him. Or is it like you got me messed up type of thing?
I think that it definitely is not it shouldn't be a you got me messed up thing for the child to be there. But from what I saw, it was like a newborn, right?
Yeah, it
like,
was
so
a-
the child
it was
has
a
They're all newborn.
right,
Yeah,
like
it was like a
no
brand new
recollection of
baby.
being there. So to me, that's one of those situations where it's just a lie in order to have the baby mom there.
Yeah. Okay. So
But
you
then
think
he was doing a lot of bullshit too though. He on the field, hugged up. They got pictures of him. You know, nigga.
'Cause it's not like the kid's gonna remember it.
Exactly. That's what I'm like. So
And
it
not
wasn't
like the
about
kid gonna
my
remember
son who should be here and his mom has to bring him. The baby was just like little old baby has no recollection of what happened. It was absolutely about the mom feeling like she got to be there.
Yeah. Okay.
And you know how women are, especially like bitter, like the ones he's publicly with Cardi. He's probably still hitting you though. Like, you know what I'm saying? But he's telling you, it only is we just for the camera type shit. You know how niggas lie. I'm one of them niggas. But anyway, so then you making her look bad. But then
Yeah.
she's gonna always go extra. So she might have came and brought the baby up to the room. Now
Yeah.
she's snapping pictures in the room and shit, showing the fucking
Literally, that's what it is. I mean, women, and this is back to the price dynamic, is what we see, where men are not willing to take control. They're being led by the women that are in their lives, but want to give this impression or this facade as if they're in control. Absolutely not. All of these women that he's dealing with are playing some type of role that is controlling him.
Absolutely. Sticky situation.
And the other thing that men fail to realize too is that there's always a woman that is trying to pull rank. And you give in at some point with depending on how loud she is, how messy she is, how much it's going to cause an issue. And that is to the detriment of the relationship that you're currently in or whoever else, right? So it's always, you know, kind of like this moving pieces around. And every woman, I think women are more territorial and do the whole macho kind of pull rank thing more than men actually do.
1,000,000%.
Yeah. And I don't know how men act like they don't know that though. And still fall into the whole like game.
We definitely fall into
Because
the game.
you don't.
Yeah, Twig, how do you fall into the game?
I mean, because,
Enlighten us.
because you playing too.
Yeah.
So everybody, it's like a lot of people are delusional, even to themselves.
Very.
So as a man, you might be telling yourself, like, man, you know, even though you know in the back of your mind, like, man, this is she playing with me, she playing with me, everybody's playing with me, but you like, I'm playing too. So you like, you try to rationalize it like that, like I was talking about the cheating thing.
Yeah.
Like I explained to her how she's cheating, but I was doing
Right.
bullshit
Yeah.
the whole time. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? So that's how you get caught up. It's like a hamster wheel. You get caught up in the hamster wheel of a toxic relationship, and now you got 3 of them.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But you exude toxicity. So
I pump
it's-
fake toxicity too. I'm really like a, you know, if I'm in a relationship,
You're a
at this
lover,
point- yeah.
lover guy.
Yeah, I want to be home every night. I want to go on dates. I want to plan shit. I want to drop the kids off at school. Like I'm really that type of nigga.
What's a perfect date for you? What would be a great date night? Tell me your perfect date night. I want to hear both of you guys. What would be a perfect date night on the town?
Man, it would really be about the woman I'm with. I really would be like, you know what I'm saying? Because I like to do shit that you like to do. Because I'm a regular nigga. I would go get something to eat and go back to the crib and chill and smoke and just lay in the bed and watch.
Is that
TV
that
show.
might be your perfect date night?
Yeah.
But
Give
that
me
ain't-
your perfect
but
date
nah,
night.
if we gonna go on a date, we gonna get dressed. We gonna do the hoopla. But it's really gonna be about what you like. I'm a wine nigga, so I'm like, let's go to wine tasting.
Where would you go wine
So-
tasting?
Out at the vineyard out there off of Highway 7. I tried one time. This shit went bad.
All right, I was player. I was pulling your card to see if you really had some player shit going on.
In St. Bonnie, right
Okay.
there off of 7 and Main Street.
Okay, you a player. All right. You
I went
passed
out
the
there one
test.
time, and the nigga and her baby dad pulled up.
Oh, you told me.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
Lord.
You pee. What about you, Nick? What would be a
You
perfect
know,
date
a
night?
perfect date for me is anything where we have the opportunity to actually like communicate. So, or and for the guy to teach me something. Like if you can take me somewhere where I have never tried whatever we're doing, and you can like put me on game, show me something, show me that you're a leader, show me you know how to communicate, that I feel safe in your presence, I think that's good. Like it would be dope to like smoke a cigar and just like chill and talk, you know? Like I wanna understand who you are to know if I wanna do a second date. So it don't always have to be dinner. But you have to be a good conversation for me. I'm too quick-witted. We talk shit, you know, like, so you got to be able to do that. And to me, on a first date, if you're doing anything that doesn't show me that, then you might be lame.
And to me, I love that too because I think communication, like just the art of being able to converse, the art of being able to hold a good conversation with a person, to me is attractive.
Yep.
You know, if we can sit there and we can talk and we can about whatever it might be, but you can hold my interest and I can hold yours.
Yep.
To me, that is a form of foreplay. If y'all don't know, I'm putting y'all up on some P. I know a lot of y'all don't know because y'all don't even connect with women in that way. But if you can sit down and talk with a woman and you guys can converse with each other you know me, I like ambiance. Like give us a nice little ambiance from somewhere, some nice low lit, low lighting, you know, with some wine or some type of appetizer or something, but maybe some light music in the background or maybe not. It doesn't matter, but just connecting with someone on a level of intellectual and just being able to speak and talk to each other with words and being able, it's almost like a form of foreplay if you can reach that level. I want to challenge a lot of you brothers to reach that level A lot of y'all listening to too much R. Kelly and it's just bumping, grind and all that. But there's another level of being intimate with a woman.
Dating music.
But I'm just saying, so sometimes it's ways of being intimate without sex.
Yes.
For sure.
But a lot of people are scared to talk.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have shit to say though.
That's true, which is why they're scared to talk.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm gonna tell y'all a good spot. There's a spot down by the river in St. Paul, right off of like 7th Street. And you could drive back down there and they got like these little tables. You can sit out there, bring you a couple of little food. It's night in the summertime. It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's real nice. It's right off of 7th Street. Take it, boom.
That's player. I didn't realize how a picnic is. It's a lot of P stuff you can do too, fellas. It's not it don't cost you a lot of money.
Not at all.
It's way cheaper than them big steak. Y'all be trying to go to Roof Chris and all that.
It's so much more meaningful.
It's so much more meaningful to women that I'm learning, and I'm old as hell, and I'm still learning. And you learn that women like things like that. Just take them on a picnic. Make some sandwiches, some punk ass, buy some smoked turkey breasts, get some wheat bread. And throw you some sandwiches, some chips, and take a lady out and make a picnic and sit there and just talk to them. They love stuff like that.
It's amazing.
Twig, you ever took a woman on a picnic?
Yeah.
When?
That's why I brought the right
Where
over by
you
the
said
river.
that space.
Down there by the river. That's what I did.
Okay. All
We went
right,
to Jimmy John's. I ain't gonna lie, they didn't make the sandwiches. We went to Jimmy John's.
That works.
Excuse me.
Went down there, nice bottle of Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
Smoke.
Yeah.
Had some sandwiches. Had great conversation. We ended up staying there. It was like 8, 9 o'clock. It was dark out of shit. We still on the river. Like,
Still talking.
Yeah, just the
See, that's
sounds and the
perfect.
shit of the river.
Yeah.
Beautiful vibe.
Well, listen, hey, this has been a great podcast. I want to thank you again, Nick, for coming on and blessing us at the Price Dynamic. Make sure you guys get with Nick at
www.thepricedynamic.com.
Yes.
This is a fucking awesome space.
I mean, freaking amazing. And first of all, she's a polar. She's from North Minneapolis. She come from she came from humble beginnings in North Minneapolis. And I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of everything you've done and what you're doing.
Thank you.
And what you mean to the community. And so I just want to thank you for coming on and blessing us. And Twig don't know you, but I know you. So I knew that you were going to fit in like a glove on this podcast. And he was worried, but it's nothing
Shouts out
to be
to
worried
my
about.
cousin, Alysha
I
Price.
love you.
Yes.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you very much for having
Yes.
For having us here and for doing this, cousin. I was on you.
Yes.
I said, man, we got to get my
Yes.
cousin on the podcast.
I love it.
Absolutely.
She's busting moves out here, and this has been awesome. We had great conversation. The interview is going to be fire. Nigga, it's the TNC show, episode 12. Thank you, Alysha Price, in this motherfucker doing big things in the city.
For sure.
Shouts out to the Price Dynamic.
Hey, the game was free, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Happy in next time.
This ain't TNT, this ain't TMZ, this is TNC. Put your phones on D&D, be at where you need to be. This some shit you need to hear, this some shit you need to see, but gotta come and see it here.
It's the TNC show, it's me. I'm Twig, I'm here.
It's Mani G, one half of the dynamic tandem. If you think I'm handsome, pay my ransom.
We tryna get our people there, level 4 severity, cause they don't think our people care. Boy, this shit like TNT, I'm tryna get like TNT, so I got every phone but the money phones on D&D.